Top 20 Best Android Games for Kids 2018. 1. Chameleon Run. If you love Endless Runner games, then here is one Endless Runner game in which you have to run this chameleon, and for this you have to switch colors of the chameleon to match the colors of the ground color. Your reflexes will be tested if this chameleon will get faster as the game proceeded, so the toughness of the game increased. Your goal is to switch the colors of the chameleon to match the ground and jump on the moving platforms and collect the coins on the way. 2. Mecca Rama. Mecca Rama help a cloud robot find a way home through series of sophisticated buildings. The game has interesting locations, stylish looks, and good graphics. Available level editor allows you to create your own structures. Each stage has more difficult puzzles and requires special care. It's easy to control your hero, and background music is unobtrusive, which allows you to fully concentrate on the task at hand. 3. Super Cat Brothers. 6 cats are the new Jump-Inner stars. Reunite Alex the cat with his siblings and explore a mysterious island. Control 24 paws with just 2 thumbs, tapping the left or right side of the screen. You'll be surprised how easy it is to climb, swim, jump and run. Just don't forget to bring the right cat for the job. Super Cat Brothers is tailor-made for the touch screen. It has never been so easy and satisfying to play platformers on your phone. 4. Patchwork the game. In this award-winning board game for 2, quilting has never been more competitive. In the long-awaited digital adaptation of U. Rosenberg's Patchwork, players patch their way to victory using fabric pieces of assorted sizes, colors, and buttons. The best quilt is the fullest, and whoever can patch up their quilt the most and collect more buttons wins the game. But be resourceful and plan every stitch. Keep an eye on the costs and the time it takes to stitch a patch to be the best patchwork master. 5. Tap Titans 2. The battle continues as Swordmaster defends the world from an all-new, more dangerous army of invading Titans. Power up Swordmaster in new ways to overcome the Titans' ever-increasing strength. The Titans are back, so pick up your sword and begin a new journey. 6. Mini Metro. Mini Metro, the sublime subway simulator, now on Android devices in a premium edition, no ads and no in-app purchase. Mini Metro is a game about designing a subway map for a growing city. Draw lines between stations and start your trains running. Keep your routes efficient by redrawing them as new stations open. Decide where to use your limited resources. How long can you keep the city moving? 7. Threes. Threes is an indie puzzle video game by Servo, an independent development team consisting of game designer Asher Vollmer, illustrator Greg Walwand, and composer Jimmy Henson. The game was released on February 6, 2014, for iOS devices and later ported to Android, Xbox One, and Windows Phone. In Threes, the player slides numbered tiles on a grid to combine add-ends in multiples of 3. 8. Lost in Harmony. Lost in Harmony is a combination of a runner and a rhythm game. The player has 5 different lanes which they can move between, and must dodge or jump over the different obstacles that are spawned to match the music. There are also segments where the player has to tap stars that appear on the screen. 9. Altos Adventure. Join Alto and his friends as they embark on an endless snowboarding odyssey. Journey across the beautiful alpine hills of their native wilderness, through neighboring villages, ancient woodlands, and long-abandoned ruins. Along the way you'll rescue runaway llamas, grind rooftops, leap over terrifying chasms and outwit the mountain elders, all while braving the ever-changing elements and passage of time upon the mountain. 80 days. Choose your own route around a 3D globe, traveling by airship, submarine, mechanical camel, steam train and more, racing other players and a clock that never stops. 150 cities to explore. Detailed research and techno-fantasy combine in an 1872 of tensions, inventions and exploration. Climb the Burmese mountains, track the Zulu Federation, sail up the Amazon and disappear under the Indian Ocean, but don't fall behind the time. Alphabet. Alphabet is an original word puzzle game by Spry Fox, the developer of the award-winning game Triple Town. In Alphabet, you spell words by selecting letters on a grid. When you use letters that are adjacent to each other, bears appear. The more letters you use, the bigger the bear gets, and the more points you earn. When your score is high enough, you'll also win a bear for your permanent collection. These bears can be used as power-ups in future games. 12. Ridiculous Fishing. Ridiculous Fishing is a mobile fishing video game where players use motion and touch controls to catch fish and subsequently shoot them out of the sky for cash. The game is known for its developers' battle against a cloned version of their game released by another company. Players cast a fishing line into the ocean and use motion controls to avoid fish as the hook sinks in to catch as many fish as possible as the reel retracts. Players then touch the screen to shoot fish out of the sky for money that can be spent on upgrades. 13. Guild of Dungeoneering. Become the ultimate dungeon master as you bribe, entice and coax your heroes through their adventures on a quest to restore your guild to its ultimate glory. Guild of Dungeoneering is a unique turn-based RPG with a twist. Instead of controlling the hero, you build the dungeon around him. Using cards drawn from your guild decks, you lay down rooms, monsters, traps and of course loot. Meanwhile your hero is making his own decisions on where to go and what to fight. 14. Burrito Bison, launch a Librray. In the latest installment of one of the web's most popular games, Burrito Bison teams up with new friends, Pineapple Spank and El Polo to bounce, crack, eat cake, snack, fly, and soar through the skies to fend off the invasion of gummies. Stolen by an evil chef, Burrito Bison seeks out his cookbook to take back with him to make the finest salsa in the world. 15. Super Hexagon. Super Hexagon is a fast-paced Twitch game in which the player controls a triangle on a hexagonal grid in the center while walls come from the edges of the screen. The controls are simple. The player must pivot the triangle to the opening in order to survive. The pace of the game progressively gets more difficult the longer the player has survived, and to distract players, the game features a chiptune soundtrack, a background that regularly changes color, and walls that occasionally change direction. 16. Cut the Rope, Magic. In each level, a piece of candy hangs by one or several ropes which the player must cut with a swipe of their finger using the device's touchscreen. Using various objects such as floating bubbles and bellows, the candy must also be manipulated around obstacles to get to Om-Nom's mouth. Each level pack box introduces new challenges. Levels are scored with a 0 to 3-star rating, according to how many stars the player picked up, and a point score depending on the number of stars collected and the amount of time taken to complete the level. 17. Attack the Light. The gameplay draws mainly inspiration from Paper Mario. It has a group turn-based fighting system in a dungeon crawler-like environment that the crystal gems traverse and engage in turn-based battles in. Your actions in the game are tethered to a star power gauge which is used to limit the number of actions made in one turn. You can increase the power gauge to a maximum of 9 by prematurely ending turns or by using star fruit and its varieties.
Oh yeah? Watch this!
18. Monument Valley. In Monument Valley you will manipulate impossible architecture and guide a silent princess through a stunningly beautiful world. Monument Valley is a surreal exploration through fantastical architecture and impossible geometry. Guide the silent princess Ida through mysterious monuments, uncovering hidden paths, unfolding optical illusions and outsmarting the enigmatic crow people. "19. My Singing Monsters. Welcome to My Singing Monsters. Raise a monster pet, then feed your musical monster to help them grow. Take care of a collection of fun monster characters in this free musical sim game. Create an island full of singing monsters, then watch your song evolve as you breed and upgrade happy monster pets. Design and build unique decorations to make your world look just the way you want, then share your creation with friends. You'll love exploring the wonderful fantasy land of My Singing Monsters." 20. Gunbrick. In Gunbrick, the player controls a gunbrick that has to reach the finish pad found at the end of each level. A gunbrick is a block that has a shield on one side of it that is immune to all damage and a gun on the other side of the block that can fire bullets. Gunbricks moves by rolling, caused by the player swiping the screen in the desired direction, left or right. Firing is controlled by tapping the screen, each bullet fired moving the gunbrick. Gunbrick is moved one block to the side if the bullet was fired in that direction, and one block up if the bullet was fired towards the ground.